us what the concept of this movie is, and what is the take on it that makes it so much fun?
Happy Death Day is about a girl who has to solve her own murder after being trapped in a time loop.
But there's a lot of humor behind that. Mm-hmm. It's not just straight up scare.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wanted the movie to be scary, but we also felt that because of her situation and because she's trapped in the same day and it therefore becomes predictable, that in the effort to solve her own murder, she also can start manipulating things, and that really lent itself to the humor, I think, angle of it all, because she doesn't care anymore. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, that empowerment montage is like my favorite part.
Yeah.
So talk about the things that she does once there's no consequences.
I mean, she's eating, whatever she wants. I mean, she's doing all the wish fulfillment things I think that we all have. Like she's, no concerns about calories or your body, and she's walking around naked. She's telling people off. She's making amends. She kind of gets to sort of run the gamut and really gets to do everything that we all, I think, fantasize about doing.
What would you do if you had a day with no consequences?
I would do what she does. I mean, I would start by eating. I think I would just eat and eat and eat everything I
would
want.
take out the current administration.
That's a great answer. Oh. This movie...
It's really
I
serious.
went dark.
You went dark, but you went honest.
But I went honest.
Of course, I just went selfish and wanted to eat. Oh, well.
This movie does a great job of, you truly don't know who the killer is until the very end. So how did you do that?
I think it's always about, you've got to play with the red herrings, but you've got to kind of make them feel at least credible, which was easy to do in our case because Tree is such a despicable character at the beginning of the movie, and so you believe that she has all of these enemies, and so there was that, and then also just constantly subverting expectation, sort of like laying something up and then sort of shifting the story suddenly so that people go, wait, that's the killer, oh no, and then you see something else happen and then you realize, no, it can't be that person. And so that was the fun of this movie.
Talk about shooting basically a comedy and a thriller at the same time, right? You're going from hilarious scenes to terrifying murder scenes.
I think I always say that comedy and horror are very similar to me. The setup for a scare is very similar to the setup of a joke, and so they work really well together. And I think that I like to use comedy a lot to endear the audience to our characters. So Tree being funny and not just being another sort of run-of-the-mill, heroine, that it gives her more personality. And then when you care about the characters more, then when they're in jeopardy, that payoff is even greater. There's too many horror movies that just don't pay any attention to that stuff, and it really bugs me because I want to really care about the people I'm watching, because if I do, then I'm scared for them. And so that's critical for me.